end of the season for all Indy players. Well, except one who has the chance to actually make NFL history. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero is reporting that veteran tackle, Jared Veldheer, signing with the Packers just days after he started for the Colts in their playoff loss to the Bills. Now, if he takes the field Saturday, Veldheer will become the first NFL player to ever play for two different teams in the same postseason. Unbelievable. As for those Bills who beat the Colts, head coach Sean McDermott announcing running back Zach Moss will be out the rest of the postseason after suffering an ankle injury. Devin Singletary will now carry the bulk of the load for the Bills' backfield. Now, Buffalo picking up their first playoff win since 1995 with that win over the Colts. They clearly love playing in front of the Bills Mafia, as Buffalo is 11-3 in home playoff games in franchise history and have won 4 straight divisional round games at home. Next up will be the Ravens, of course, who Sean McDermott knows will pose a lot of challenges.
They're a good football team. You know, they're big, they're strong, they're tough, they're well coached. They've got playmakers on all sides of the ball, including special teams. Probably the best kicker in the game, so they don't beat themselves. I mean, where do you want to? It comes down to how well you play, and they're playing really good. And they've got a loaded roster of good players that are game changers.
And also, we should mention that Harbaugh knows what he is doing when it comes to playing road playoff games. He has 8 career playoff road wins, most all time by a head coach. And he also boasts an angry runner, and just kidding, Dobbins as well. So this should be a good matchup for sure.
We cannot wait. Divisional round up ahead. Appreciate you, Will. We just heard Sean McDermott praise this Ravens team for being so well-rounded. Triggs, is this Ravens offense capable of outscoring what Buffalo can do? They're pretty high-powered. They get to be at home on Saturday night.
I think they're two very different offenses. Buffalo comes out and they just throw the ball all over the yard, and they have all these receivers, and they're so dynamic, and their quarterback can do it all. Baltimore's different. Baltimore scored just 20 points against the Tennessee Titans, and yet it felt like they had the ball for most of the game and were dominant, and that's what they do. They run the ball, and they run the ball up your gut. I look at what the Chiefs did to the Bills. It was week 6. It was a long time ago, but Clyde Edwards-Helaire ran all over that Bills defense.
I haven't thought about him in a while.
161 yards and 2 touchdowns in crummy weather in a game that had to be played after the fact because of COVID-19. It was moved around. And the Chiefs' game plan was like, I don't think their run defense can stop us. I know we've got Mahomes and all these different weapons. Let's do it this way. I got to tell you this. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, great rookie. He's not even sniffing what J.K. Dobbins is doing right now. A great rookie. Lamar Jackson, Pat Ricard blocking everyone, everywhere. Gus Edwards. Mark Ingram is a healthy scratch on Saturday.
They show him on the sideline, street clothes.
He's wearing street clothes, and they don't even use him because they are so all in on J.K. Dobbins and what Edwards are doing out of the backfield. I think absolutely the Ravens can score, and they can do it on this Bills defense. There is a blueprint to how to do it. You just run the ball up the gut with these guys, and yeah, they've got better, and they're stronger, and they've got some players up front and some wonderful defense on the Bills side. I'm not going to knock Leslie Frazier, but absolutely, if the Ravens are going to win this game, they're going to dominate time of possession, and they are going to dominate the rushing game.
Peter, I totally agree. They have to dominate time of possession. They have to slow the game down a little bit. Now, you talk about that Kansas City game where they ran the football all over the Buffalo Bills. The Kansas City Chiefs, they run the ball a little bit differently. It's a little bit of window dressing in the backfield. You got all these motions and shifts and things like that. The Baltimore Ravens, there's no fair dodging. You know exactly where they're going to run the football most of the time. They're coming downhill right at you. So I look at it being a little easier to defend, but it's still a tough offensive philosophy to stop, right? Because it involves pain, right? You got these big offensive linemen pulling and all of those things, probably trying to get on angry runs, things like that. So it's just different. But absolutely, if Lamar Jackson continues to play at the level that we saw him play against the Tennessee Titans, like runs like this was a drop back pass, okay? But this is the unpredictability of Lamar Jackson that gives defenses fits. If he's on throwing the football and he's running all over the place and scrambling all over the place and throwing the ball downfield, this offense becomes almost unstoppable, right? So you have to hit Lamar when you get a chance to hit him. And if you have a chance to take the ball away from him and intercept the ball, you have to take the ball away. If you want to stop this offense. I think this is going to be a great game. I think Josh Allen's going to have to run the ball a little bit more, too. I think you're going to see both quarterbacks have to run the football to win this game. But, yeah, absolutely. To answer your question, Kate, Baltimore has all the offense to keep up with the Buffalo Bills.
They do. And it gives me no pleasure to do this.
Oh, boy.
But there are certain plays over the course of our show that become iconic, that we show for years and years and years. It is now Tuesday of Ravens-Bills week. Yeah. We need to show the Matt Milano play. If you don't know the Matt Milano play, you haven't been watching, but we have to show it. I don't take any pleasure. Here's Matt Milano, and there he goes. We'll probably see this a few times this week.
You know how many people do that with Lamar Jackson?
I like this, Mike. Watch it again.
Getting Matt Milano.
Man, first of all, Matt Milano's been balling out of control this year.
Matt Milano's been great. I don't remember him wrapping up number 8, though, in the open field.
Honestly,
chill out.
This is the angle.
Chill out.
58.
Chill out, man.
I say the healing has to start.
Anybody
can now.
All right.
They say Milano is the best coverage linebacker in all of football now. Like, that's how good he talks about him.
He looks like a